Heyo, my Planet Coaster friends! Johnny5 Alive here, and welcome back to another episode of Park Spotlight. Today we have an awesome fantasy island to go over here today, so be sure to stay tuned and let's check it out. Welcome back, everybody. If you guys are new here, be sure to smash that subscribe button. If you end up enjoying the video, leave a like. Come join our awesome community on Discord. Come chat with thousands of like-minded people playing Planet Coaster. And if you guys like everything that I do here on the show, please do consider supporting it further through my Patreon program. Links are down in the description below. And with that out of the way, let's check out today's creation. The Four Kingdoms, created by JaiSss. One of our Discord advanced builders. And here they say, hello, Johnny and everyone in the Channel 5, and may I say welcome to the Four Kingdoms. On this island, four principalities are vying with each other for their guests' attention. The impoverished Yellow King, the mystical Lady in Blue, the proud Green Prince, and the prestigious Red Queen. And while these monarchs are at strife with each other, the court jester carves out little piece of this island for himself whenever the others aren't looking. This is my second completed park in Planet Coaster and my first Channel 5 gaming submission. It took me around 4 months to complete, and now I have to stop myself from going back to constantly change some details here and there. The park contains 6 coasters, 1 go-kart track, and a dark ride. Although the whole park works both day and night, Blue Ruin and Invert Court are best experienced at nighttime. The best tour is to be had going counterclockwise, yellow then blue then green, a quick visit to orange, and lastly red. Thank you for having a look at it. Also for hosting this community, which gives us a chance to present our work at a much larger audience and become better builders in the process. Best regards, JaiSss. You're gonna have to let me know how to say your name down in the comments below. And I like that little ending there. That was the whole idea with Channel 5 Gaming in the beginning, trying to give you guys a platform to reach a larger audience than the Steam Workshop can provide. For example, this creation here doesn't have any ratings and only has 133 visitors. This video alone should reach a lot more than 133 visitors. So if you guys own the game and you want to check this creation out further, go click the link down in the description below. Maybe go give him a rating and all that good stuff if you enjoy the park, of course. Okay, so he did say he wanted me to check out Blue Ruin and Invite to Court at nighttime. So I'm assuming that's the blue and red area, I think. We'll figure it out. Boom. So let's get on with the park spotlight, shall we? Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, here we are at the Four Kingdoms. Lovely font there, looking really fancy. A little bit strange seeing a coaster up there with no supports, but maybe there's some mysterious force elevating it. Maybe have some magic holding it up or something like that. Well, let's cross the bridge and enter into the Four Kingdoms. Some great landmarks right away. We see a coaster back there, castle back there, and some haunted castle. Now, he did say he would like us to go counterclockwise. So we're going to the Lady in Blue and the Yellow King. So this is the Yellow King theme area. Wowee. All right. Yellow King. Hey, King Coaster. Great theming so far. I mean, we got the thatched roofing. Nice little food court. We got King Coaster. His steeds. I mean, it definitely has that yellow theme. So you're running with your colors here. The Yellow King's Road. We have a gold miner and outriders. So 2 rides. Oh, that's the exit. Oh, this is an entrance. Right away, ladies and gentlemen, kicking things off with some go-karts. Oh no, we don't have guests in the park. Okay, we're gonna have to pretend, because you can't put these in test mode. We're just gonna have to race along here and check out the go-karts this way. A little, he talked about the Jester sneaking around building some areas for himself. Looks like someone's about to fall off. Meow. Not a lot of height variation in this go-kart track. I would try to incorporate some sort of bridges and stuff in the future. Go up and down and around. So we do have a coaster, so we'll hop right over to this guy next. No signage or anything here. Well, I guess he kind of had it here with the gold miner, but that was more of like an indicator than anything. So here we go, our first coaster of the day. Yellow King's Gold Miner, Swinging Mine Train Gold Fever. Here's a look at the stats, everybody, and let's jump right onto this. All right, a bit rough, this guy. I'd say you bring up the lift quite high, and the track isn't quite built for that height. I would definitely bring the lift down to here, because that first drop is so radical, and then it goes right into another one, and then from there we completely lose our banking altogether. Barely any banking from here on out. It's just a little bit too drastic. I would consider putting more hills, airtime hills in there, bringing it back up, because once we go down, we never go back up again. So if your intention is to have it like a low riding, chill mine train coaster, then I don't think that lift hill is so necessary. What was our max speed on this? 42 miles an hour, just ripping along through here. Yeah, it's a bit rough for me. So I'd just take it a little bit slower and work on that banking a bit more. All right, let's continue onward through the park area. So I gotta have the notes up here. It says the Blue Ruin, which is the lady in blue, I would imagine, said he wanted us to see at nighttime. And that would be this area. So this is like the Queen's area. The witch's lair. Looks like a bee. Let's go on up. Ooh, spooky. The lady's court. Looks like I'm going into a flat ride. Yes, I am. Uh-oh. So I think what we're actually looking for here is the lady's court, but I do want to see what's up here. Okay, that's another exit. Okay. Let's go on up. I feel like this is our main what? It's a motel? Hotel? I would say motel. It's a hotel. Okay, so the ladies' court is our hotel. Well, how do we get to that coaster? What does that say? The 3 watchdogs. And there's a coaster here as well. Did I miss something? Oh, that's a train. I got confused because I saw a track and then this. I thought it was part of one. Okay. Like the lighting in here. It's very mystical. You can see why you wanted me to check this out at nighttime. I want a Blue Ruin. That's what we're talking about right here. Bringing us to our next attraction, ladies and gentlemen, the Blue Ruin. And this is a Giga Invincible coaster. Here's a look at the rest of the stats. Just over 1,200 meters in length. Quite a long one. Let's give it a ride. Woo-wee. Love the lighting and theming on this coaster. Quite a fun exploration. There's a look at it from a distance. I mean, I love the weaving in and out of the castle. I think the coaster layout was better than the last one we went on, but I would still watch how you do the transitions. I'd start doing that a little bit earlier, and just a little bit touch more smoothing here and there. But pretty strong effort overall. Quite like it. And it looks like we have a flying coaster back here as well. How do we get to that? Like, my goodness. Oh, that looks like it goes around the whole park. So we'll do that one last, I guess, and give a whole park tour in one flyby. So next we're going into the Green Prince. So I think we're going to flip it back down to daytime. It's like Jack and the Beanstalk. Wowee. The Vine. There's another train station. It's a nice observatory. And there looks like our main attraction for this part of the park here. That's not it. Wow. That's really cool. Neat. I like these archways with the tree there. Tree roots. So how do we get up this thing? Meow. Oh. Another... Oh, that's so awesome. Like inside the roots of the tree here. Oh, here's the coaster. So what's the actual queue look like? That's the queue there. Okay, that brings us to our next attraction, ladies and gentlemen. Spire Vine, a launched hydraulic zenith coaster. Here's a look at the stats if you want to see them, and let's get right on this. All right, let's talk about it. So for me, again, just my feedback would be watch the speed and control of your coaster. Now, I mean, this is a very interesting one because I think you can actually launch upward. I know I did it. I mean, maybe not with this coaster, but I've actually done a launch coaster straight up, and that one might have worked better if you launch it. Or even how about like the drive tire launch coaster, and you could drive tire it up your little beanstalk or whatever this is, castle, ruined castle. It feels a little bit strange, like shooting all the way up to this bean sprout and then just coming all the way back through one long stretch. I would have at least maybe like brought it back down and then back up, you know, like that was a great opportunity to create a gigantic drop, but we're just kind of like flying over here and there's no support, so it just felt very strange to me. And then we get up here and you get up top You drop us down right here. It was just like, so much speed coming down here. So much speed, neck-breaking speeds. And then you slam us with the trim brakes. The trim brakes should have come here. You should have slowed it down first. And then, like, eased us in a little bit. So again, just speed and control. Braking us a little bit too late. And we're flying through here. I think it's an interesting layout. I would, it needs a little bit of refinement is all. Now, coming through this tour part, I would have definitely added a little bit more interesting designs here. Some airtime hills, some up and down, and a little bit of banking coming around this corner. You just put a little bit in there and then ended it. But yeah, some ups and downs, some hills, some airtime would have been nice. And yeah, that's my thoughts. What do you guys think? Leave your comments down below. And yeah, let's continue on, shall we? So I feel what we do, yellow, blue, green. So we're going into the final area, which would be red, correct? Which is kind of in the center. Court Jester's Folly. Oh, that's the one we're going to save for last. So I think this is the one he wanted to do at night. Ooh. The Red Queen. Very nice. Talks during tea. We're gonna love it. What's this? An invite to court. Let's just motor through this. It's a flat ride. I just want to take a look at the track. Little dinner table here. Bum 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 bum. Spooky dungeon. Spooky dungeon. Ah! Spiders. You will not tell anyone. Ah, but the black wall. So we were invited to court and threatened not to tell anyone about the secrets. Alright, that's kind of fun. Is that the main attraction? I guess instead of a coaster, it's a... Ooh. That would not be. So the Queen's main attraction is a kiddie coaster. That brings us to our next and final attraction. Well, no, second to last attraction. We got the Jester's one to go on. Boom! The Queen's Pets! And this is a junior Wendigo. Here's a look at all the stats. Let's give it a ride. Ride the Storm as a song. Oof. Pretty sporadic, this one. And one thing I forgot to mention on the last coaster as well as this one is the amount of smacking of the face with the trees and rocks and stuff. So just be sure to QA your coaster and adjust your scenery accordingly, just so it doesn't get in the way and smack you in the face. So just give everything a nice little QA pass. My feedback's pretty much the same as the last KOTOR. Yeah, everything was going smooth, and then all of a sudden, like, we dropped down and it was whoosh, and it was just sporadic. So just try to maintain the speed of your coaster. It's good to have spots of the coaster that are fast, but I think it's when you fast and then you turn us and then you drop us again, it's just very sporadic. So just try to either do one drop and then bring it back up, and you know, get a little bit of an air time at the top, and then bring it back down, and take it around the corner, bank it downward, things like that. Just feel out the motion of your coaster, and you know, give it a test every time you've built a little bit of it. Also kind of curious that you decide to do everything in the air with very little supports. I think what's happening here is you built the park, you themed it, and you're like, I want to add a coaster, and then you're kind of forced to build it up in the air. So just a little bit more planning going into your next one. Give yourself some space, because there is a lot of park just jammed into this one area. So give yourself a little bit more space later on, and try to build your areas out, and then before finishing them, get your coaster layout going, and then build around that. Build the theming around the coaster, sort of speak. I think you did it pretty good over here, though. You gave yourself plenty of room for this coaster, and that was probably your best one. So, all right, that brings us to our final coaster of the park, everybody. Court Jester's Foley Flying Stingray coaster. Here's a look at the stats. We are going to soar along. Big tour of the park. There it is. I don't know if it was intentional or not, but you made us wait pretty long time at each one of the sections. Now, I don't know if that was just so you had some time to absorb the view and see the park in each of the sections. Because if that is the case, I think that's actually quite cool. Just to like get your bearings, get a view of the park, and enjoy each of the sections. But I would have just made it a little bit shorter. But, oh, look at that. We got another coaster. We're not done. One more. The Harbor Tour. And this is a water cascade coaster. Here's a look at the stats. Let's rip this one up real quickly before we end the episode. There we have it, a nice fun little bonus coaster before we end off the episode here. A very fun creation. I like the compact nature of these mini parks, you guys. You don't need to go end to end to end to end on these maps. I think this is quite a great amount of detail with a great amount of coasters and nice 4 sections. It's just the right amount where we can run this at a reasonable frame rate. Could have even had guests in this park here today. It's running quite nicely in my opinion. So yeah, really great stuff here today from our advanced builder JaiSss. I don't know how to say your name. JaiSss. Let me know what you guys thought of this one down in the comments below. And that's going to do it for me here today, ladies and gentlemen. If you guys enjoyed, please be sure to smash that like button. Subscribe if you're new for more daily Planet Coaster videos. And once again, if you guys would like to support the show and help me continue doing these spotlights, please do consider joining the Patreon program. Even just $1 goes a long way. All right, everyone, thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a great day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye now.